breathing air, lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.
Woo! Welcome to episode number 99 of Talking Truth to Teen Issues, Tissues. Thank you all for tuning in. I so appreciate you all being here. If you're catching this on the rebroadcast, don't forget we are coming in I am going live every single Wednesday at 8:45, and you pop in, you can subscribe, turn on your notifications to know when we're going live. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you. Like the video while you're here, and just keep coming back and back. We're always talking about things that are changing the world. The Vanisher is running late. No problem. Take your time. I'm here. We're going to work our way through this show today. It's the 99th show. Oh my! Next week is going to be our 100th show. What do we do? Okay, I have to think of something. If you have any ideas, you let me know. I didn't even... 100? Whoo! That's crazy. Man, I'm so excited about that. I did not realize that this whole time. Next week will be our 100th show. We're going to have to pull up. Let me see. Woo! 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 100. Wow. If y'all hear of anything, if y'all think of anything that I can't think if I'll give myself some time to think about it. I will think about it. If you think of anything, let me know in the comment section, please. For our 100th show, which is next week, we should do something big. What do I do? Okay, I'm not going to think about it right now. I know what we're doing today. Today, we are talking about people you should never date. There is a list. Trust me on that one. And it's not just regular smegular. This is information that you absolutely must know. And we're going to get into it. I have 6 of them on the list. And we just going to run through them bit by bit and see what you think. And if you think of any more other than my 6, you let me know. Share it with the people that's going to be watching in the comment section for Shizzo. And then, we only have one body. I'm a whole doctor. I always have to give you some sort of health tip. And today I'll be giving you some tips on alcohol. You're going to want to hear this. Some people don't really realize how much alcohol they should be drinking if they drink it at all. I'm going to break it down for you. And I'm also going to break down what happens to your body in puberty. Talking about hair growth. Are you hairy? Not hairy? What you need to do with the hair? Let's talk about it in our FOCK section, where our relationship and sexuality, we uncover as much of the mysteries as we can here on the tube. And our teen archetype. What's our teen? Oh, yeah, the club president. The leader of the crew. I got some advice for you. And rounding up the show, I have a video. You all know I went to school at Florida A&M. And one of my videos where I talked about falling on the set, people are loving it. I've had a few comments pop in there, a few people that went to Florida A&M and fell on the set too. And I really feel like I should continue my Florida A&M stories. And I'll just give you a brief summary of some of the things that I did during my freshman year, my time at Florida A&M. Those are fun times. I'm not going to lie. We had a great time. But as with everything, all good things came to an end, and it did. And I have the memories of which to look back and share them with you. Any of y'all going out there to Florida A&M, here's what you have to look forward to. One of my son's band members went to Florida A&M. I was shocked when we went to the band concert and they announced it. He's going to be in the band too. He's going to be part of the Marching 100. You know, the Marching 100 is just one of the best things that come out of Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, Florida. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to get started? Okay, so I go by the name Shatterstar. Let's begin with all the magic's fault. I am dateable. I at some point, honestly, I'm going to have to figure out how to get the comments on the screen. I mean, I know how. I just don't have any memory in my computer. I know, that sounds horrible. My kids play the video games on this computer too. I really, truly only use this computer on Wednesdays when I go live. That's the time my kids are playing video games on it, and they have the memory just loaded down. And this is a good computer. I don't know what they have up in this thing. I can't even load one little tiny thing memory full. We're going to have to figure it out, but whatever. I will, one of these days, like I said, I will figure out how to get your comments up there. I'll have space that I can put them on the screen. But in the meantime, we'll just work. In between time, we'll work with what we have. Y'all ready? Let's go. I'm rambling. All right, let me get our thing up here. And, you know, I always have to do a quick little Instagram reel that goes with what we're talking about. Give me a second. Let me turn on the volume.
Don't do it.
All right, let's do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You've been warned. Don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. These are 6 people that you should not date at all. Don't do it. Okay, you ready to hear them? Now, before we start, y'all, you know what? I'll name the first one, which is just totally obvious. If this first one is not obvious to you, well, you know what? There's some people it's not obvious to. Some people just don't know. They don't know any better. Nobody's ever taught them. They may not have had a mom or a dad or people around them that may have just assumed that you know that you're not supposed to do this. Let's break down number 1, and then I will tell you all about Dr. D. Nice's dating philosophy. Number 1 is, and it's a group. It's like a group of things. The obvious people that you should not date, you should not look even towards getting married with. This is the obvious. Let's go. Your parents. Don't date your parents. Don't date your mom or your dad. Your siblings. Don't date your brothers or sisters. That's not allowed. You cannot do that. That is foolishness. That is wickedness. That is craziness. There's woolly people out there loose for you to go and want to hitch up with your mom or your dad, your brothers or sisters. Where they do that at? No. Those people are off limits. Your half siblings, off limits. Your uncle, your aunt, off limits, which would be your nieces or your nephews, off limits. Now, there's a little bit of a gray area when it comes to cousins. Now, there are certain states right now in America that you can marry your first cousin, depending if you have to make sure that you're sterile, you can't have kids, and there's all these little hoops and do some genetic testing and things, all these things that you have to jump through if you want to marry your first cousin. Don't do it. There's like a whole royal family that totally ruined their their family tree with this disease upon disease and mental illness and just craziness, because so much people out there and they want to marry each other. There's intermarrying, but they want to protect the bloodline, blah, 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 blah. You don't have no bloodline to protect. Stay away from your first cousin. Second cousin, they say it's okay, but I'm not gonna lie. Mentally, it just feels cringe. I said it. Too much people out there loose for you to want to go and date your second cousin. There's a whole world of people out there. People that the other day, I went camping with 60,000 people, teenagers, prepubescent kids, a lot of them. People out there that you have never met. There is no reason on God's green, ever-loving earth that you could sit there and decide in your mind that the only person that you can love and connect with and have a relationship is going to be your cousin. All right? Just don't do it. All right. Now that we've gotten through the don't do it off the table, not even a consideration, now that we got that all off the table, we can go into the ones that, that it's more, there is a little bit more not controversy, but the ones that, require a little bit more thought. All right, here we go. Oh, I promised you my dating philosophy. Let's just do the second one to just calm down the burn from the first one. If some of y'all were out there considering dating your mom, let's give you a time to get over it while we do number two. Number two is I'm talking to high school, college, middle school for sure, high school and middle school for sure. Don't date anyone with more than a 1 to 2 age gap from you. Don't do it. I know that disappoints you. All y'all sit in your bed dreaming about that high school senior that is the head of the football team and you're a freshman and you're just like, oh, he's so dreamy. One day he's going to come and just sweep me off your feet. Yeah, he'll sweep you off your feet, right? Do not be fooled. There is nothing. I'm talking to the girls now. Let me stop. Listen, there is nothing a man that is older than you, more than 1 or 2 years, there's nothing he wants other than your body. Trust me on this one. There is no reason a grown man, well, not grown, a person that's 3 years older than you, with women that are the same maturity, and the same maturity level as them, there's no reason that they would want a younger woman other than a sexual thing. Do not get yourself fooled. Now, when you get up into like your 20s and 30s, where the age gap does not really reflect the maturity gap, most of you all are somewhere around in the same level of life. You're dealing with some of the same things like job, paying bills, and things like that. That maturity gap is smaller despite the age gap being bigger. When you start getting up there, then it's okay. High school, middle school, those ages, 1 year older, and there's a huge difference. Can you see yourself, big high school sophomore, dating a middle schooler? Come on now. 1 to 2 years, that's all you got. If you're in high school, you should not be dating anybody with more than a 1 to 2 age gap than yourself. If you want to have some sort of fun time together with a person. And let's not forget that there may be some legal issues if you start getting into like 18, 19. And we don't even want to get in there. You're going to have to do your own research right now. But with that, let's get into Dr. D. Nice's dating theory. I personally don't feel that any of y'all should be dating. High school, middle school, even somewhere in college. Unless you are ready to be married, don't put yourself in that situation. You're inevitably this relationship is inevitably gonna end. And then it's like almost like you're practicing breaking up. You're going through this fake marriage thing. Don't. And then you get yourself into situations where you're having sex and you're putting yourself in the potential of getting diseases, getting pregnant. You don't need to be playing. You don't need to be, you're a kid. You need to be worrying about your career and going out and enjoying yourself, going to football games, basketball games, just hanging out and having a good time. You do not need to bring relationships on the table now to complicate your life. Enjoy your young life. This is a time where you will never get back. And to go hitch up yourself with somebody at this time, I'm against it. 100%. I don't think anybody should be dating seriously until you're in college, maybe like sophomore, junior year of college. Take it or leave it. I put it out there for you. Number 3. Who you shouldn't date. Don't date nobody with no ambition. They don't have no ambition. They have no life goals. They don't know what they want to be. I know you're still teenagers and it really doesn't matter. You're all in the same boat. No, you're not in the same boat. There's some people that you can tell they are sitting there and they have absolutely no life goals. Maybe they go to class. Maybe they don't. Maybe they come to school, and maybe they don't. But they cool, they cute, they dress well, and that's all you see. It's not going to work. You are the valedictorian of your class. That whole bad boy, good girl, bad boy thing, it just doesn't work. It's a movie. You've been sold lies by Hollywood, by Disney. It's just not going to work. It isn't. You're setting yourself up for absolute misery. Make sure you date somebody that has goals, has ambition. And I understand, like that bad boy person, they exude, they kind of represents a masculinity that women are drawn to. You can absolutely find that in somebody that's trying to get a job and trying to live a good life. You don't have to be one footstep away from jail to be to be considered masculine. Girls, don't fall for it. Guys, don't fall for it. The pretty face, they don't understand nothing about this world, the whole dumb blonde thing. And I'm using that to represent all women that just go around, all they're doing is focusing on just looking good. And the men that are just going around just trying to be a stud. Do people use that word anymore? I don't know. Whatever they're using out there, just don't fall for that. Date somebody, if you're going to even date at all, that has some goals and some ambitions in life. Number 4. Where's my 4? Oh, there you go. Number 4. And this one, I'm going to have to put on. I have to put a megaphone on my voice for this one. Okay. Listen carefully. Do not date your best friend's ex. Your brother's ex, your sister's ex. Don't do it. Okay. Did you get that? Your best friend's ex, your brother's ex, your sister's ex. Don't do it. Once again, too much man and woman out there loose for you to feel that you need to be going after somebody's ex that's super close to you. Awkward. You don't need that awkward moment, especially for somebody that in the end, honestly, you're not going to even end up with spending the rest of your life with. This is just you. Oh, she's cute, playing on your emotions. You are growing up to be a person that makes decision based on principles. Bros before, and what is I don't know, is there a term for girls? Girls before, I don't know. But honestly, stay away from your best friend's exes. There's people out there that you can date. It does not need to be your best friend ex. I don't care how cute they are. I don't care how compatible you all are, how much you're kiki and laugh. Oh, you're so no. Principles. Stay away from them. Put some distance between you and them. If you feel that you're not able to control that, stay away from them. Don't do it. You will ruin a great friendship that will last for the rest of your life over a relationship that's going to last a few months. I'm just telling you. I'm putting it out there. I'm giving you all the tea, all the information. People won't tell you it. They're just telling you, just go with how you feel. It's already... No. You're becoming an adult, and adults make decisions based on principles. You are a human being. We act on principle, not feelings. You're not an animal. Number 5. Don't date no authority figures. Your teacher, your boss, your lab instructor, your coach, all these people, your counselor, all these people, your pastor, authority figures above you, do not date them. This kind of rolls with the age gap thing. I did feel that this one needed its own category, though. It needs to be said. I know a lot of you all out there, you have daddy issues, you have mommy issues, and you see this person, you confuse your lack of having the relationship that you want with your mom or the relationship you want with your dad. You confuse it and you're like, oh, well, this is love. Or you just, you're just growing into your testosterone, or you growing into your estrogen, and you want to flex it and see how it works on a grown person. What's it? Stacy's mom got it going on. This is a song from way, way, way back in the day. You want to see if your hormones and all those things are working, and you want to test it out on some authority figure. There's something that you feel you could gain if you could get this authority figure to love you, to pay attention to you out of all the people around. Don't do it. Your ego does not need to be stroked in such a way. It just complicates your life. You're going to have to be dipping and dodging. And then let's not forget, this person is somebody you claim to love, and you're setting them up to go to prison, to go to jail, because, of course, the whole pedophile thing that we cannot ignore. Stay away from them. If you feel that you're having some attraction to your teacher, your pastor, your counselor, your coach, quit the team. Stay away from them. Make sure you're always with somebody else. Do whatever it is you need to do to manage their emotions. Once again, remember, you don't have to act on every single emotion that you feel. You don't have to. There's principles that are first, and then your emotions. Number 6, and our last one. This is the last one we got. Don't date anybody that has very different religious or core value differences to yourself. Yeah, you could love and be attracted to them. Yeah, because, people are cute, people are nice, people do good things and all of that. He's a nice person, she's a nice person. Yes, but when the rubber meets the road and you're trying to make decisions about, let's just put out the Seventh-day Adventist thing, because you all know I'm Seventh-day Adventist. You're trying to make some decisions about, let's go out to eat, and they want to go on a Friday night, and they want you all to go out and have a lobster dinner, and these are things that you just don't even do. You're going to be like, I love him, and maybe I will. You start mentally kind of compromising. Whereas if you are more compatible in your core beliefs, compatible in the principles that you use to make your day-to-day decisions, it takes away some of the complexity from a relationship. Because relationships are no joke. You're like two different people, and you're going to try to have some sort of relationship. You want as many similarities, especially when it comes to core values. And we're just talking dating. Forget about getting married. Now, there's a difference between if the person, like, there's some people that are just Seventh-day Adventists by name. They don't really go to church. That's just happened to be the church they grew up into. Some people are just Muslim by name. That just happened to be the religion that they associate themselves with. They're not really practicing. That's a whole different thing. And you can deal with it as you wish. If these are principles that either of you just find a core belief, this is who you are as a person, and you absolutely know that, don't play those games with yourself. Don't play those mind games. Once the dust settles from all the love and, oh, he's so cute, oh, you're so beautiful, and blah, blah, blah. Once the dust settles with that, you're going to be left with somebody that you cannot stand, your parents cannot stand, because you all are so different in your core beliefs. Don't play around like that. Find somebody whose core beliefs, whose values, whose religion matches with yours. I said it a million times. There's too much people out there loose. You understand me? You look, there's how many billion people in the world? Wait, is it 8? Is it 8 billion now? Lord. I don't remember. I think it's 8. But it's a lot of people out there. You in your small little bubble, don't think that there's nobody there for you, to the point that you have to go and try to date your mama, your sister, your cousin, your boyfriend, your best friend's ex, your teacher, somebody that's way, way older than you, somebody that don't believe the same thing as you do. There's too many people out there for that. Don't get yourself trapped into somebody that don't have no ambition. They selling drugs on the corner. Don't get yourself trapped in that and thinking that there's nobody else out there for you. There is. I promise you, there is. Lock those people off, shut them out of your mind, and open your mind to a love that is available to you. A love that you don't have to worry about looking behind you. Is your best friend going to be seeing you? Looking behind you, are the cops going to be seeing you? Wondering how people are talking about you when you leave the room because you're dating your mama or your cousin? No, there's a lot of people out there. Trust me on this one. All right, let me know in the comment section below if I missed any that I should have mentioned. And don't forget, you're here. You might as well subscribe and turn on the notifications. And of course, like the video while you're here. Okay? All right, let me see what we got. Let me see what we got going on in the comment section. We've got a bunch of comments. Einstein's parents were cousins. Yeah. First, second, what cousins? I'm very dateable. Let's see. Save the age gaps in dating for when you are older. Exactly. When you're younger like this, the age gap is the whole maturity thing, like I mentioned before. Okay, I dated an ex. You lost both the friend and the girl. Exactly. Leave your friends off the table. What gender are you? Online, whatever I want. All right. Oh, man. That's a good discussion in there. Let me know in the comment section below if I missed anything. If I did, we can always add an addendum later on you just put it in the comment section and they all can read it. Appreciate you all once again for being here. And oh man, You all know what happened to me? Let me just share my story. I usually walk at lunch at work, and they blocked the sidewalk one day because they were fixing something. And I said, there's a field right by our work. And I said, let me just walk through it. It's an open field. I walk through it. Listen, I don't know what is out there. Chiggers. I don't know what a chigger is. I'm just assuming it's a chigger. Something was out there, and they tore me up. I have these little bumps around my ankles. They up my leg. They got in my back. I mean, it's crazy. That's what you get for working out in the country. Anyway, let's do our FOUNT section. FOUNT. Where am I? I'm sorry. I didn't. F. No, today is the N. N in FOUNT is for natural. Today we'll talk about with FOUNT, with the N, we talk about toxins that you should avoid, natural remedies that you should learn about, and as well as water. Those are the three parts underneath it. Today we're going to talk about toxins. Real quick, alcohol. Don't do it. You don't need it. I don't drink. I mean, and I'm not saying you don't need to drink because I don't drink. No, I'm telling you don't need to drink because it's not necessary for life. It causes strain on your liver. And a lot of people, some races don't even have enough of the enzymes to process alcohol. But if you so choose to, here is what you need to do. If you're a girl, you should not have more than 1 drink a day, nor more than 7 drinks for the week. If you're a boy, you can, or man, 2 drinks a day, no more than 14 drinks for the week. There's your limit. There's what you need to do. No more than that. Alcohol causes a lot of problems. I've seen too many people because of alcohol. And I've also told you the story. One of the reasons why I don't drink, also because of that, my experience with the girl at Florida A&M. All right. Now for our FOCK section. FOCK is the time where we talk about our, let me shut off where my end's on. Yeah. Where we talk about relationships and sexuality. Real quick, hair. To keep your hair or to remove your hair. It serves a purpose. It's like blocking things from entering some of your private places and blocking like insects. I think that's kind of one of its purposes, to prevent things from getting into your private parts. Nowadays, we don't live sort of the same life. We're not outdoors as much. Some people like to shave and make it in cool little shapes or have nothing at all. And we won't even talk about what I feel. Where did that come from? All of a sudden, you're not supposed to have any sort of hair. But, whatever. To each his own. I'm just letting you know it's no big deal. Keep it, take it off. Underneath your arm, keep it, take it off. Pubic hair, keep it, take it off. Whatever floats your boat. It's just up to you right now. I bet you it does have some specific purpose. But right now, the way we live our lives, it's all right. It's not big a deal. We're all going to grow hair. Don't get freaked out about it. It's not natural and it's normal. Nowadays, people want to freak out about natural, normal things that the human body does, and not so. Really just appreciate it, that you have a wonderful body that does amazing things. The teen archetype. The club president. All right, club president. I got some of your duties here. I'm listing some of the duties that you do. You call the meeting to order. You set the agenda. You create the activities. You have to be there on time. You're the member wrangler. Where this person at? Where this person at? Let's call him. Let's text him. You're doing fundraising. You're doing so much. You're organizing. You're leading. You got this. I know this is the beginning of the year and you're trying to get club members to join your DECA club, your African club, your debate club, your robotics team. all these things, and you're standing there as the leader, the captain, and you want to make your season amazing. You got this. I'm telling you, you were chosen for this for a reason. Trust your skills as a leader. Look for people to mentor you and guide you as a leader. Lots of information also online and videos. You got this. Be the leader you are. You got it. All right, that's it. That's my motivation for the club president. And with that, we're going to head into our frontal lobe training section. This is where I share stories about my own life, where you can learn lessons from it and not have to learn the lessons yourself. Did I say right? Well, you learn it from me because, a wise person learns from other people's mistakes. And today's really not a mistake. Here we go. I went to Florida A&M in 1988. I stayed there for a year and a half. I stayed there for my freshman year, and I stayed there for half of my sophomore year. We had a ball. I mean, yeah, there were some things that could have happened better. We're not going to talk about that today. Today, we're going to focus on the things that I just so enjoyed. I'll probably do another video on like what I would have done differently when I was at Florida A&M. Today's video, though, it's all about the fun. Here are some of the things that we did. Listen, there was me, there's 4 girls, Judy, Althea, Nicole, and myself all used to hang out together. Then we had a friend. We had Poncho. We had Calvin. We had, Sherman. Who else was it? Oh man, there's a bunch of us. None of us were really dating. We just were friends. I don't know even how we met. We enjoyed hanging out with each other. And sometimes it'd be all like 8 of us, and sometimes it'd be like a smaller group. We just spent a lot of time just hanging out. We would go into the math building and find some open classroom that they left open and be there playing spades till late in the night. We got some cardboard one day. I don't know who came up with the idea. There was this big hill. I don't even remember where on the campus it was, but it was a hill, and we got cardboard and we were sliding up and down that hill like, sledding. Super fun, just good fun. We would go to the step shows. We would go to the football games and sit right beside the marching 100. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Because it's a Rattlers. You would do our little Rattler sign. We had a ball. You hear me? We went to parties in the grand ballroom. We hung out at the set. We would go to the Chinese buffet and sneak food out. We'd take our own little Tupperware and sneak food out of the Chinese buffet. We'll go into Governor Square Mall on the weekends. And y'all know Florida A&M is a predominantly Black school. It's a historically Black school. And on the weekends when we went to Governor Square Mall, sometimes that would be the only time I would see a white person. It's just the nature of it. The school's on the hill, mostly Black people. And if it's mostly Black people, guess what? All you're going to see is Black people. When we go to the mall, we're like, ooh, a white person. Interesting. Hey, how you doing? It was just we would go, there's this chicken place. It was down at the bottom of the hill. And none of us didn't have cars because they didn't allow freshmen to have cars on campus. And we would just walk wherever our feet could take us. That's how we would get there. We'd just walk to places. What a fun time. It was just like, there was no cell phones back in the day. How did we end up catching each other? You end up, there was one phone in the hallway, and you'll call and like, hey, can you get Althea? Is she on the phone? And somebody they'll hang the phone up on the hallway, and you'll hear them walking down the hall to her room and knocking, hey, Althea, hey, come, Denise is calling you. Or that's just what we did. Just such a fun, carefree time. Of course, we studied, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the fun. There was a bowling alley. I never knew how to really bowl very well. There was this guy that worked there, this older man, like a grandfather figure, and he taught me the art of bowling, that you have to try to make sure your ball lines up with the little things, the little lines on the lane, and try to hit that pin a certain way for them to collapse. There's a pool table there. I remember, is Jimmy his name? He used to hang out playing pool all the time, and I learned how to shoot pool. I wasn't too bad because I loved math and geometry, and pool is all about geometry. I learned so much. Oh man, a fun, amazing time. Any of y'all have gone to Florida A&M? Have you experienced any of those things I mentioned? Let me know in the comment section below. And remember like I said, please don't forget to like the video. Of course, what am I doing? I pressed the wrong thing. Like the video, subscribe, turn on your notifications. What am I doing? It's just not coming on. Okay, I'm going to stop it. Okay, and let me tell you, enjoy where you are. Right now, wherever you are, just enjoy it. The college years are a fun time. They're times where you get to spend time with people from all over that you've never met and get to build experiences and memories that will last a whole lifetime. Yes, you're there to study, and of course, you keep that paramount. Don't forget to build memories with other people. Of course, then there's stupidness that they just head in the books, nothing over here, nothing over there, no friends, no nothing, because they must just study. No, humans are social creatures. Enjoy yourself. Anyway, there you have it. Wisdom, stupidness. Choose wisdom. Remember, show me your brightest, show me your best, show me the latest guru. God's wisdom lets theirs look like stupidness. Oh, man. Let me say in the comment section below, you have a wonderful body that does amazing things. That's definitely worth it. Okay. A wonderful body, online, whatever I want. Agree to disagree. Okay. Hey, so did y'all have any fun college experiences? I don't know if you did y'all go away to university or college? Did you board at any time? After I left Florida A&M University, I stayed at home. I did all of the rest of undergrad at home. Then I went away to medical school. So I just had 1.5 years of the being on college boarding experience. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. And I will tell you the regrets about it another time. Maybe next week. I'll put that as a story. I read that as a little note anyway. Let's see. In college, I was the wrong guy to date. Let the truth come out. I should have you on the list there, Magic 8-Ball Spot. Yeah, but you know what? A lot of college guys, they still trying to pull it together. They're not quite there yet. And, maturity comes later in life for a man. There you go. You got there at some point. Took a while, but you're okay. And most college guys are that way. Let's just be honest. Most of them are not thinking about settling down with one woman and being with this person. Yeah. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just letting you know that you were not alone in how you were. Any other comments, any questions before we wrap up? Y'all know how we do. Let me give you Wait and see. Nothing. I know there's like see, I need to stop that lip smacking. I don't do it all the time, but I realized I just did that. Prayer time. Let's do it. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord turns his face towards you and gives you peace. May the Lord watch between me and you while we're absent one from another. Amen. All right, fellas, thank you all once again. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being here. You know it. I say it all the time. Not me just yelling out into the abyss, talking out into the abyss. At least I have people here in the comment section writing things and interacting with live, and I appreciate that so much. I'll see you all next week, Wednesday, for our 100th episode. Our 100th episode. I can't wait. I don't know what I'm going to talk about yet, but I need to think of something. And, even if it's not that spectacular, because I got busy and I couldn't think of anything super spectacular other than a regular smegular subject, it'll still be fun because we'll all be here. All right. With that, I'm out. Until next time, appreciate you all for being here, and goodbye.
Wisdom teething lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.